Developing this evening in western North Carolina, authorities say at least 80 shots were fired in a neighborhood, killing one person, injuring nearly a dozen others overnight. David Hodges was at the scene and filed this report.
I've been talking to neighbors, listening to police radio traffic, and I even interviewed a young man who was at the scene of the shooting when it all happened. He describes a startling and terrifying scene he wishes he didn't have to witness, but likely will never forget.
We've got one gunshot wound to the chest. We've got one guy with a gunshot wound to the head or neck, and two more gunshot wounds.
A young man who was at this Saturday night party that erupted in gunfire spoke with WBTV Sunday morning. He didn't want to be identified as law enforcement had not made any arrests at the time we spoke. So what happened last night, man?
Well, I really don't know. I was outside in the yard, and I just heard a lot of shots going off and people running to the front. I heard a lot of people got shot, you know. I ain't never seen nothing like this. It was like a movie. But I'm just glad I'm alive, and I hope everyone else is all right. And my prayers go out to them and their families.
I'm sure it was probably the scariest thing you've ever seen.
Yes, sir. It was I've never been in nothing like this.
Were you able to escape pretty quickly, or?
Yes, sir. We had to stay here with the police, so it was safe when the police came, so we just did what they did and waited it out. And obviously they still got it closed off. I came back to try to get my phone, but I still have to wait because it's still a big, pretty crime. It's a pretty crazy. I never heard anything about it.
Sunday afternoon, the Catawba County Sheriff's Office, State Bureau of Investigation, and the FBI said they were still piecing together the crime scene. They interviewed more than 70 witnesses, found more than 80 bullet casings, and were still chasing down leads, hoping to make an arrest or arrests soon.
In circumstances where there's a large gathering of people that have come for some common event like a party, nobody lives here, no one's local to here, they all leave. We're trying to track those people down. The
witness I interviewed said he was at a pool party when gunfire sent everyone scattering and seeking safety.
Everybody was having a good time, then I don't know, everything went left.
Do you know anybody who got hurt?
I know a couple people, but I'm not gonna say their name.
Yeah, no, of course.
And I really hope they all right, and I hope they make it.
I'm just glad that you're okay, and I hope that your friends and the people you know are too, man. Investigators said there was a wide range of people at the party, both adults and kids under the age of 21.
These people's lives have been changed forever, and it's memories that they're going to have that's going to affect them for the rest of their lives.
Breaking news now. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office says one person is dead and 9 others were hurt in a shooting Saturday night. It happened near a Juneteenth event. The Anderson County coroner has identified the victim as 35-year-old LaPortia Cobb. Our Kelsey O'Donnell has the latest developments.
Deputies say it started as a fight and quickly escalated into a scary situation here in Anderson County near a Juneteenth event late Saturday night. As of right now, you can still see investigators are on the scene with crime scene tape roping off a good portion of this area.
I just heard a bunch of pops, just continuous pops back and forth.
What was meant to be a night of celebration ended when gunfire erupted in Anderson County.
Right now, we know that 10 people had been shot on scene here tonight.
Shale Ramin with the Anderson County Sheriff's Office says several people were rushed to surrounding hospitals in Anderson and Greenville counties, with at least one person airlifted from the scene.
What we do know is that multiple shots obviously rang out with multiple people hurt all at the same time. We had people that were being taken physically from the scene, and that is why you see the debris, you see pieces of clothing, you see everything just scattered on the ground at this point in time, because we even had people that took off within their own cars in order to get to the hospital.
Authorities say hundreds of people were in the area for a Juneteenth event. Surrounding roads were lined with parked cars, later illuminated by flashing lights. One by one, vehicles were towed away, including a state highway patrol cruiser, after a witness said it was reportedly struck while helping respond to the scene.
Chaos is an understatement when it comes to this scene, which is why you see how large it has developed over the last couple of hours.
A bystander who did not want to go on camera said the night quickly escalated into a scary situation with children and families caught in the middle.
Just coming together and just to kind of celebrate each other and and just enjoy one another. And it was good. It was good up until that point.
You can tell people were coming together for the right reasons, but unfortunately that took a turn very quickly.
Deputies and crime scene investigators spent hours combing through evidence, shell casings, littering the ground as they placed dozens of markers.
We will be investigating for quite a while. This scene is far from being wrapped up.
At this point, investigators say it's unclear what the motive was and if it was connected to the Juneteenth event. Reporting in Anderson County, I'm Kelsey O'Donnell.
At this time, no suspects have been named. However, deputies tell us they believe more than one person may be responsible. The investigation, of course, is ongoing.
Thank you for joining us. Breaking news. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office says a man has been arrested in a deadly shooting.
That's right. We've been following this story since the weekend. A woman was killed. 9 other people are hurt after a shooting. 7 News' Taylor Farmer is live right now with the latest developments. And Taylor, the police described the deputies, as a very chaotic scene. I can imagine it's been hard to piece this thing together.
Yeah, Amy and Fred, Anderson County Sheriff Chad McBride just wrapped up that press conference where he said Saturday's shooting was absolutely chaotic. He says 10 people were shot, and so far only 1 person has been arrested. The sheriff's office today announced the arrest of 18-year-old Ty L. Hollings. But Sheriff McBride says that he believes several more are involved. He says more arrests and charges are coming. The sheriff's office tells us 35-year-old LaPortia Cobb, a mother of 3, was killed, and another unidentified woman is in the hospital in very critical condition. 2 more remain in the hospital but are stable. McBride tells us this event was meant to be peaceful and celebratory for the community, with hundreds in attendance, including young families. He says the night took a turn for the worst when what he called wannabe gang members started cowardly firing into crowds of innocent people.
That they would sit there and beef with each other, pull out a gun and start shooting, but not only shooting, but shooting cowardly into a crowd. Not even shooting at just trying to shoot and get away. They're trying to get away from each other, so they just start shooting very cowardly into the crowd.
The sheriff's office says the investigators on this case haven't slept since this all took place Saturday evening. As they continue their investigation, they're calling on the public to help them in this situation. Live in Anderson County, Taylor Farmer, 7 News.
All right, Taylor, thank you. Here's what we know about Hollings. He is expected to appear at a bond court. That should happen around 4 o'clock today. Of course, 7 News will continue to follow the latest developments on air and online, WSPA.com.
It was a somber evening on Bethel Street in Spartanburg.
This hurts, man. This hurts.
As blue and white balloons were carried to 15-year-old Raheem Kelly's home, where he was shot and killed Friday.
My son is gone for real. That's anger for real. Nobody else is there with us. She don't just need you now. She's going to need you later. Because the pain never stops.
Friends, family, and community leaders gathered to grieve a life lost too soon.
Look at these babies out here that are hurting because of a friend that was murdered in his own home. Those guns that those kids took, those are real guns with real bullets that took a real life. It's a sad occasion. It's heartbreaking. And you can tell that this family is loved. I have never seen so many people at a balloon release in my life. But we should be tired of balloon releases. Amen. We should be tired of burying our young people that haven't even lived yet. I mean, just look at these kids. All of the kids, if I can, all of the young people that's 16 or younger, come up here. Come to the middle.
As all the teens made their way to the middle of the balloon release, Kelly's aunt asked anyone with information on her nephew's death to speak up.
I've never had to hear the hurt that I did with my grandmother when we had to tell her that she lost a grandson. Amen. Her mother, Raheem's mother, is agony. We need you to say something if you know something. This is so hard. It's so hard. It hurts. The pain is unbearable. Unbearable. And we are pleading with you. Write a note, slip it to somebody. Just tell something if you know something.
Kelly's great-grandmother told 7 News she hopes closure comes soon.
I just pray and hope that they get justice, who killed him. But I'm leaving it in God's hands and let God handle it. He will handle it. God knows who did it, and He will bring it to the light.
1, 2, 3. In Spartanburg, Scarlett Lisjack, 7 News.
Investigators say they are still working to identify the suspect. If you have any information, you're asked to call Spartanburg Police.